actually thinking about my childhood, and there are a lot of funny and weird things that have happened to me in my childhood, so I came up with stories to tell you guys. So yeah, today I'm going to be talking about the weird, funny things that happened when I was a kid. So the first one is the way that I made friends in kindergarten. Like, when I started kindergarten, I had just moved to like a new city, so it was like up north from where I was used to living, and I'd only been to preschool, and I was a super outgoing kid. Like, I would go up to anybody and just like start blabbing to them, like whatever, and I like had no social problem like at all. Like, I was like really outgoing. And how I made friends in kindergarten was I went in the first day of school and I saw two girls that were talking together, and I'm like, friends, like I'm gonna go collect the friends. Like, if you like the reference. So I went over and I started just talking to them, and it's so funny because they obviously, like, looking back, they obviously like did not want to talk to me at all, like whatsoever. They were like trying to avoid me. They were like turning around for me, and I just kept talking to them. And I remember one specific time when I was trying to like get them to be my friends, that we were on the playground, and you know those like climber things that are like round, but they're like have monkey bars on them. Does that make any sense? Like, you climb up them all the way to the top. They were on it, so I went over to talk to them, and they started climbing away from me, and so I just started climbing after them, saying, be like, I'm Hannah, my favorite color is yellow, I'm from blah blah blah. Like, I did not get the hint, but the funniest thing about it is that they actually became my two best friends, and they came to my birthday party. Like, what are the odds? It's so funny, and every time I think about it, I'm like, dude, I need to go back to being that like 5-year-old that like doesn't care and like just goes up and talks to random people, because like that's how I made my friends. It's so like, it's hilarious. The second is that when I was in first grade, we moved back to where we had been living previously, and so I went to a brand new school. I like really wanted to make friends there too, but like the people there weren't like as nice as like my old school. So I actually got a bunny that year, and I named it after a girl that like I really wanted to be friends with. It was really weird. Like, I thought we were good friends, but like we weren't. Looking back, like, she wasn't my friend, but I wanted to be her friend. So I named my bunny after her, and it's just so weird. Like, I don't know why I named her after my friend that wouldn't be my friend. I really don't know. The next one is when I was a kid, I did not understand the concept of surprising someone with a gift. So like Christmases, birthdays, etc., I would tell you ahead of time what you were getting. Like, this started when I was like 2, and my mom was like, it was like Christmas, and my mom was like, what is it? And I'm like, it's pajamas, but I was 2. This lasted until I was like 6. Like, I could not keep my mouth shut. I'd be like, you're getting blah blah blah. Like, I don't know why I told people what they were getting for Christmas and birthdays. I don't get it. I'm better at it now. Don't worry. I'm better at it now. I keep a secret, and my sister will tell you, like, she pesters me, and I'm like, I'm not telling you. But back in the day, I was like, oh yeah, you're getting the hoodie or whatever. I don't know why I felt the need to tell people what they were getting. I did. This is like the funniest one. Like, looking back on it, it's so funny. So I think I was like 6 at the time, 6 or 7, and I had a hamster, and he was named Freckles. I like loved this hamster. So basically one day my sister was like talking to my mom like in my parents' bedroom, and I was like, why is everybody like in my parents' bedroom right now? So I went over and I was like, hey, like, where's Freckles? Like, he's not in his cage, like, what's going on? So I'm like knocking on the door, and I guess my mom had told Leah like not to tell me anything. Leah leaves my mom's bedroom, my parents' bedroom, and my sister is like I was like, where's Freckles? Like, where's Freckles at? I can't find him, he's not in his cage. And so my sister is like, oh yeah, he's dying. Just tells me he's dying. I'm like, what? So I started crying. I started banging on my parents' door because I'm like, where's Freckles? Let me see him. So literally my dad was on his way to the pet store to buy a new one to like fool me and fake me out that like he was still alive. And he was like, oh, like he was out of his cage for a while. And like literally he was dying. It's sad, but it's like funny because my sister was not supposed to tell me that my hamster was dying, but she did anyway. It's leaving me like bawling in the hallway. It was hilarious. Like, looking back, I think it's like so funny. So I got to see him before he passed. R.I.P. Freckles. He was a very wonderful hamster. But I actually just recently found out that apparently that wasn't the original Freckles, because I actually traveled, like I traveled up north with him and then we traveled back. Apparently that Freckles, like my original Freckles, my OG Freckles, had died and my parents replaced him with this Freckles. So this was like Freckles 2. And I don't even know, like my mom was like, I was talking with her about the story before I made this video, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna talk about that story. She's like, well, like, just so you know, that was like Freckles 2. Looking back, it's so funny because obviously Leo was not supposed to tell me that Freckles was dying, but she did anyway, and it's sad and funny at the same time. But yeah. So yeah, those are all of my childhood stories, and those are like the weird, funny things that happened to me when I was a kid. I have a ton more. If you want more stories, let me know by leaving me a comment down below and telling me like your weird, funny childhood stories. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and be sure to subscribe, either the buttons on this side or on this side, and follow me on all my social media sites. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye!